The seller could sue you for specific performance and force you to purchase the house. Hey everyone, my name is Dylan with First Class Real Estate Panhandle, and today I'm telling you everything that you need to know about deadlines when buying a house here in Florida. So welcome to the final segment in this series on buying a home here in Florida. So if you've been following along, you know that I've covered a lot already, and today we're going to be diving into a crucial topic, deadlines. So specifically, what happens whenever you miss one during the home buying process. So let's get started. All right, so first thing, let me get this out of the way. This is not legal advice by any means. This video is just really for entertainment purposes only. And if you missed a deadline or in breach of contract, the best thing for you to do is go ahead and hire a real estate attorney. Now, if you need a recommendation, feel free to reach out to me, but let's go ahead and get started right into the video. So what happens if you miss a deadline? Let's just say, for an example, your inspection period ends and you try to cancel the contract after that deadline has already passed. So this actually happened to me whenever I was representing the buyer. I've gotten better now, but the inspection period for my buyer ended on a Saturday, and we sent the seller an addendum requesting a $10,000 price reduction due to the extensive damage found during the home inspection. So we made it very clear that if they didn't agree, we would just go ahead and cancel the contract. So what ended up happening is the seller did not respond until Monday and refused to lower the price. By then, our cancellation deadline had already passed, and the seller had told us that if we cancel, they're going to keep the buyer's earnest money or their EMD, which thankfully was only $1,000. So in this case, the buyer lost their EMD because I had made a mistake by not submitting a cancellation addendum before that deadline. To make it right to them, I personally reimbursed them out of my commission once they actually did find the right house that they wanted to buy. All right, so what's the main takeaway here? It's if you miss an inspection deadline and you try to cancel, the seller is legally entitled to keep your earnest money deposit, and that's just kind of the beginning of what could potentially happen. There is another thing that could happen, and in my opinion, it's much worse. The seller could sue you for specific performance and force you to purchase the house. Specific performance is a legal remedy where the seller asks the court to force you to follow through with the purchase. Essentially, they're saying, you signed the contract, so now you need to close. Now, this doesn't happen often, but it's definitely a risk, especially if you don't have the right real estate agent guiding you through the process. This is why working with an experienced agent is so important. On the other hand, there are less severe outcomes. So, for example, the seller could just cancel the contract themselves and just release you from liability. Now, this isn't very common, but it does happen. And on the other flip side of that, the seller could just accept the situation as it is, and they just have to push back closing potentially. And that's probably the best case scenario for you as the buyer. So the bottom line is, missing a deadline during the home buying process can have a very serious consequence. So you could lose your earnest money, face legal action, or deal with delays that make the process even more stressful. That's why you need a knowledgeable real estate agent like myself to help you stay on track. So if you're buying a home in Florida and want expert guidance, I'd love to help. If you found this video helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below. And if you have any questions about the home buying process in Florida, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you guys for watching.